Did you know that 60% of you who are watching this video are not subscribed? Make sure you subscribe and turn on all notifications after you hit the notification bell. And comment down below with a reaction video request. I heart comments and read them every day. Enjoy the video.
What is up, you awesome kissers? This is Sister Reaction, guys. Today we are reacting to Game Theory 3 new FNAF timeline theories. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to Game Theory, and comment down below. So, this came out while I was on Daco's live stream playing Among Us, and people were saying on the live stream that this game theory is comprised of theories based on the books that I haven't read yet. So, as per usual, time to get spoiled by MATPAT. But, by the way, Security Breach. A new teaser came out for Security Breach today, and I reacted to it on my channel. It's called the Freddy and Friends Tour Episode 2, so make sure you guys check that out. And YouTube didn't notify you guys, but I do have a new Undertale Let's Play kicking off on my channel, so make sure you guys watch that as well. I'm actually going to beat Undertale for once in my life. I have never played it.
New Five Nights at Freddy's.
I played it, but I never beat it before.
Talk about in the world of FNAF.
All right.
Readers beware, you're in for a scare when Fazbear Entertainment unveils their most twisted creation yet.
See, Bonnie.
Small blue fish with rabbit ears. When Mott drinks a tainted glass of water, tremble as they multiply inside his stomach and steal his identity. One cloned human made up of thousands.
Why do they do this?
Fish.
Why do they always do some weird stuff with these Fazbear books, bro? Yeah, no. What was that Blasphemous HD clip? He was like, ew, what the fuck? No! Like, seriously.
The show that asks, have you signed my petition to make me the host of Jeopardy yet? I just need
I seen that on Twitter.
more signatures to get to our goal.
I seen that on Twitter already. But get this man to Jeopardy. Get that man to Jeopardy.
People loved this thing. Anyway, Season 5, Episode 3. At the peak of the show's fame, they do a special series of episodes where the characters all take a trip to Hollywood. And the cool guy in the show, the Fonz...
Wait, what are we talking about the Fonz for?
...bravery by jumping over a shark on water skis. And, as you probably guessed, he does it, complete with swim trunks and trademark leather jacket. It was a moment that was so ridiculous, so over the top and so dumb that it single-handedly created the phrase that would forever after be used when a series loses all of its sense. At this point, FNAF, it's jumped all the sharks, just a big old shark sandwich, giant tower of sharks right there. The only thing that would make this more sharky would be if it suddenly introduced a shark animatronic.
I'm recording, by the way.
Yet, right? Huh, okay, well. There's still time. Those Bonnie Guppies getting dangerously close, just saying. But in all seriousness, over in Bookland, the Fazbear Fright series has just released its penultimate installment, and, it's weird. Tiny rabbit guppies that steal your identity.
Rabbit guppies?
A substance called Fazgoo that hunts you down.
Bro, people are telling me about this. So Fazgoo came from the books?
In order to steal your identity. Huh, there's a definite pattern in these stories, isn't there? Could animatronics stealing identities and humans not actually being themselves?
Isn't that happened with Sister Location, though? Like, the whole story of it was based on that.
Are beating that point over our heads. And honestly, this points to a larger trend here. For as crazy as these stories have gotten, and believe me, they've really gone off the rails at this point, there's definitely still merit in them from a lore-solving perspective. Because, I'll show you, for every story about underwater rabbit guppies swimming around in your insides, there's another one or two that get you asking brand new questions about both the past and future of the franchise. So go ahead, take a break from eating your best friend that happened to fall into a vat of pizza sauce, something that, yes, also kind of happened in one of these stories.
Oh, lordy.
And consider the following 3 theories ripped straight from the pages to the book.
All right, before we start these 3 theories, I keep on forgetting to promote it, but if you go in the description below, I do have a Patreon. Again, I set it back up. So if you guys want to spend $1 to like $1 a month to get your name shouted out on the video, like Cosmo does in the beginning of the video and in the outro, go into the description below and go check out my Patreon. $1 a month will get you a shout out. I don't know what other tiers I'm going to do for it, but $1 a month for a shout out is one thing I got.
The puppet carver, we're told the story of Jack, manager of a failing pizzeria named the Pizza Playground. Yeah, it's not actually a Freddy Fazbear establishment.
Your name will also be in the description, like Cosmos, by the way.
Every other pizza place in the Fazbear Frights book series has tied back to Freddy's in some way. But for some reason, this one is deliberately different. What's also noteworthy about the Pizza Playground is the restaurant's animatronic band, which, we're told, breaks down frequently. These things are straight up busted. The roster includes a band
as they always are.
Country Pig, a bear creatively named Baron Von Bear, 2 other
it's just like them
that have already broken down, and a, quote, weird bird thing. Now, if the words
Oh,
banjo pig
never mind.
jump out to you, well, congratulations. You have a richer and more fulfilling life than I do, because when I hear that phrase, my mind immediately jumps to
Porky
one thing,
or whatever?
mediocre melody.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
The crew of
about.
broken animatronic rejects able to be
I think his name was Porky.
way back in
I could be wrong.
6 Pizzeria Simulator. A crew of animatronics consisting of a
That was Pig
banjo
Patch,
playing
god dang
pig,
it.
an off-brand Freddy Fazbear ripoff
Ned Bear.
with a southern accent named Ned Bear, a talkative hippo, a cute
Oh, God, not the
frog,
hippo.
and an overdramatic elephant. Their
Not the
characters we all
hippo.
brushed off at the time because they just seemed unaffiliated with anything Fazbear related. And then they came back, returning an ultimate custom night where they
Yeah, they just kind of like swung in and then swung out, didn't they?
Should not have killed, as evidenced by voice lines like this.
Everyone underestimates me, but then they turn their back and I'm like, boo, and they're like, what?
And you're like,
Sorry, queued up the wrong clip.
yeah, you queued up the wrong clip.
This is how it feels, and you get to experience it over and over. I will never let you leave.
You know, it suddenly occurs to me
I
that
will
maybe
never
they
let
were the
you
ones that
leave.
had to be Cassidy's voice in this game because he's a spirit who's trapped inside Golden Freddy, a spring-lock suit who was never actually given a true voice box, whereas everyone else in the series was given a voice at least at some point. Just a thought that I had randomly in the recording booth as I was rereading these lines. Also, Springtrap is able to talk because he has a guy inside of him, so interesting. Anyway,
Yeah.
the mediocre melodies, a generic Freddy alternative, a country pig that plays the banjo, unnamed other characters that break down frequently. It seems like Pizza Playground's animatronics are indeed the mediocre melodies, which makes the call out of a weird bird thing being part of the band
weird bird
particularly
thing.
interesting.
Ah.
Was Chica originally a mediocre melody? Chica has always been a bit of an
That would be
oddball.
weird.
For instance, she's the only one to go missing for a game, specifically in Sister Location when she's the only one of the core 4 to not appear. And if you'll remember all the way back to the teasers for Sister Location,
Didn't she have like a
Chica's Party World was
yeah.
listed in the source code as a
I was gonna say,
separate
didn't she have a suit in that
away
game
from
too?
Circus Baby's entertainment
Weren't you like in her
rental.
Springlock
We also know
suit?
that Freddy and Bonnie have been together since their literal golden days, which means that Chica had to have been a later addition to the crew. Maybe she was with another band of animatronics the entire time. I mean, even the
Probably.
theme makes more sense with the mediocre melodies. Something about chicken animatronic wearing a bib just fits better alongside a farm-themed banjo pig and bear with a southern drawl. Kinda makes you wonder where Foxy the pirate comes in now, huh? Anyway, the reason I bring
My
all of
arch
this up
nemesis,
is that for a long
Foxy.
time I've suspected that Chica is
We don't even worry
the
about Foxy, bro.
timeline of these games. No joke, I've literally had an email in my inbox.
Wait, didn't I play Among Us with the voice actor Foxy?
Follow the missing Chica.
And I didn't realize it till later.
Seems important, but up till now,
That's
I've
funny.
never had enough dots
I hated
together
it.
in a timeline. We've known for a long time.
My arch nemesis was in front of me the whole time.
Little girl Susie.
Or his voice, at least.
But now this story, potentially connecting her to the mediocre melodies, is yet another piece of evidence that we can use. So if you ever see a video titled Follow the Missing Chica, you'll know that we finally figured it out. Theory number 2, Balloon Boy solves a lot?
Oh,
boy,
great.
time I talk about
We said the same thing,
Notice
basically.
this, but 50 videos
God,
into
I
our
hate
FNAF
Balloon
series,
Boy.
I haven't talked about Balloon Boy once. Not a single theory dedicated to that guy. Go back and check me on that, but I've intentionally avoided him, largely because he doesn't fit anywhere. His design is
Dude, he just came out of nowhere and then just
He
left.
doesn't
Like,
seem to be possessed by kids, and honestly, I've just never had a good sense of what to
are you
do
sure
with
he's not
the
possessed by a
Balloon
kid? He
Boy
laughs
franchise.
endlessly. I don't think a robot's supposed to be laughing
Puppet
endlessly
Carver
like
story
that.
with mediocre melodies, we're introduced to Porter, the handyman who's
Porter?
supposed to be in charge of the faulty animatronics of the Pizza Playground. But Porter dreams of bigger things. You see, he's a bit of an animatronics genius, and his plan is to take wood and transform it into something alive. To quote from the story,
So-
"I'm almost finished with the prototype of my machine. It will create low-cost but highly functional animatronics made from only an inexpensive slab of wood." And not only is this guy a genius,
What the
he
heck?
aspires to greater things. Quote again, "Once I get a patent on my invention and find a buyer, I'm gonna be out of here so fast I'll leave a dust trail." I mean,
Dang.
taking wood and imbuing
Stonks.
it with the ability to move on its own. Yeah, I'd say that's gonna earn you some quick cash. And here's the thing, it works. In the story, we see Porter turn a log into an actual moving character, no remnant or Fazgoo required. He
The
flips
heck?
a switch on its back and it just comes to life. They describe it as resembling the drawing models from high school art class, but specifically call out that were you to put the figure in a fuzzy suit, it would resemble a bunny or a fox or a bear, and you'd have a low-cost animatronic. In
Oh,
short,
God.
it feels like this story gives us a lot. First, reading the story felt like reading Henry's origin, a brilliant creator and animatronic inventor just looking for a buyer to partner up with to launch his career.
And he
A
chose
buyer
the wrong
named
partner.
William Afton.
Yep.
Seems to me that Henry was a college engineer with a great idea, and his earliest experiments were in the form of these living wooden dolls. This, in turn, explains both Balloon
Kinda looks like the
Boy
Mini-Renas.
and the Mini-Renas. Remember, the book described his wooden puppets as resembling the drawing models from high school art class, which, if you're not familiar, are
Yeah, I'm
these
not
guys.
familiar.
That is why we have so many living dolls wandering around these pizzerias that don't seem to have spirits inside of them, only able to say basic words like,
Hi. Hello.
in short,
ha ha ha, you
isn't
forgot the
an
laughing.
animatronic, or at
You forgot
least
the
not way
endless
that we all
laughter.
Consider animatronics as, you know, living robots with dead children's souls trapped in them, infused with
The
random
FNAF dictionary.
Taking it one step further, this might even have timeline implications. Wooden dolls appear in pretty much all the games currently thought to be the earliest in the timeline. FNAF 2,
Wooden dolls.
of course, with Balloon Boy,
In
but
every game?
also very heavily in Sister Location. On the main console, there's a marionette
Oh,
named
yeah.
Joe, a doll.
Wait,
named
those had
Chicken,
names?
A gypsy figurine, and a series of human heads. Ennard's Mask, Music Man, the Mini-Renas, Baby, Ballora, even the
Music Man's
Puppet
Man of the
Face all seem to stem from this era of Henry's creations. It seems to me that the wooden dolls and marionettes were all designed as he was trying to develop the look and feel of the Funtime animatronics, leading up to the eventual opening and immediate closure of Circus Baby's Pizza World. As a reminder, Baby's Pizza World has
'Cause
never
nobody
actually
survived in there,
appeared.
day
Rather,
one.
We know that it exists based on hidden website text, and that it was closed down due to a quote-unquote gas leak, which is just PR speak for Afton's daughter getting nabbed by Baby. And the characters got retired down into the basement, which would eventually become Circus Baby's entertainment and rentals. The only game that happens earlier than these two is currently FNAF 4, and would you know it, that's also the only one without a Balloon Boy appearance.
Oh, God.
Or rather, a questionably canon appearance.
I'm so happy those nightmares never came back. It looks so creepy.
Long story short, perhaps the appearance of Balloon Boy and the other wooden clown-faced characters marks the start of William and Henry's partnership. I know a lot of people tend
Most
not
likely.
to believe me when I say that a lot of evidence points to Sister Location happening early in the timeline, but I think all of this is yet more fuel to that fire. And while we're on the subject of William, theory number 3, William Afton is a stepfather. At the beginning of this theory, I
Is
made
a
the observation
stepfather?
that a huge number of Fazbear Fright stories have a theme of identities being stolen. At this point, it feels like it appears once in every book. The other
God.
massive theme that keeps recurring in these tales are single-parent households, dads abandoning the family and just straight-up bad dads. Lots and lots of bad fathers. Up through the 8th book, 12 of 24 stories.
Yeah, that sounds like William.
Just to run through some quick examples. In the book Step Closer,
That sounds like Mr. Afton.
stories that have a dad up and leave the family. 1:35 a.m. is about a foster child that had an abusive foster dad. The New
Yikes.
Kid, another abusive dad who left. The Cliffs is about a single dad losing his
The
son on a
Cliffs.
breaking wheel, as the character Reed, who has a single dad who's, quote, trying his best. And in the short story What We Found, which is basically just a retelling of FNAF 3, Hudson loses his father when he takes his own life on account of mental illness, only to wind up with Lewis, yet another abusive stepfather. To me,
Oh, Lord.
this is not a coincidence. It's the books yet again trying to point our attention to a common theme in the game, that Afton may not be the father that we've assumed.
World's
was.
best dad.
I'm
No.
fairly certain that the orange guy from the FNAF 6 minigame Midnight Motorist is Purple Guy, who is also William Afton. And we see that he's far from a caring and compassionate father, banging on doors, yelling at his son, making
Open
threats,
the
shocking all
door!
shocks, a guy who moonlights by kidnapping kids and running experiments on their remnant soul juice isn't a father you want to go into the backyard and play catch with.
Oh, Lord.
Who would have saw that one coming? But the fact is, the books seem to be alluding to another layer in this, that he isn't actually crying child or Elizabeth.
Okay, wait. So if he's okay, see, this is what. This is why Scott should have made just normal face models. If he's orange guy, then who was purple guy in FNAF 2? Was that William Afton? Why are Michael and William purple? I know why Michael's purple, but do we associate William Afton with only orange now and Michael is purple? I'm fucking confused. The timeline, once you like forget about it and don't think about it for years like I have, it gets all twisted up in your mind.
This biological father. It would explain why Baby in both the Silver Eyes trilogy and Fazbear Frights feels
I need to get
old
those
distance
colored
from
books
her dad. Not
or graphic
just
novels.
that he's lost in his work, but that he's not interested in her outside of what she can do for his experiments. That might be why he actually prefers Henry's daughter to his own. It might also explain Afton's relationship
Wow.
with the crying child. How we've suspected for a while that Afton might have been running experiments on him, torturing him with animatronics. And
That would make
supervising him
a
with
lot of
cameras from his
sense.
underground office. Taking it one step further, remember that story of Hudson whose dad took his own life? Well, Henry in both Silver Eyes and FNAF World is shown to take his own life. And Hudson
Oh,
in
God.
the Fazbear Fright story is a very clear parallel for Michael Afton. So could Michael Afton have started as Henry's son, only to wind up as William's stepson? Think back to the Sister Location cartoon.
Oh Lord.
Sarah, the baby isn't mine.
An undying vampire in purple repeatedly saying, "He's not my son," in between every night of that game. I mean, it is a big swing.
He's not
when it
my
comes to
son.
theories,
He's not.
but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
There's at least some interesting parallels there to consider. Supporting this, we've also yet to see any adult females in the Afton household. Now, I've speculated that Bellora's song is about a wife leaving her husband when he can't escape his own grief, but who knows? That song could be related to Henry's grief at the loss of his daughter Charlie. In the original novels, we're shown that Charlie dies, and that Henry loses his mind with grief, leading him to eventually take his own life. What if the line about an empty tomb isn't William's sadness, but rather a song about Henry's? And that in the aftermath of his
Ignore
death,
that sound.
go to William, his partner. Oh yeah, speaking of Charlie, did you know that the puppet's name officially was Coils the Clown for a while? It's true. In the story Jump for Tickets, we're introduced to
Coils the Clown?
Coils the Clown, who, quote, has a lanky body with lemon and lime stripes. It has long arms, 3 fingers, and a face that looks like a crescent moon that turns upside down when it's sad. And just like the scary puppet in the game, Coils the Clown is canonically responsible for roaming around the restaurant looking for intruders and gets sad when it
does not look like a clown.
on his watch. Again, like everything with all the books, there's definitely some changes that have been made, but the thought of the puppet having an actual name and that name being funny like Coils the Clown made me pretty happy, even though it was a small thing. So there you have it, friends. 3 more theories to chew on down in the comments below and on the Game Theorist subreddit. You can bet that I will be reading all of your thoughts, so make sure you keep them coming. I don't know if any of these will lead to massive lore revelations, but hey, they were things that I thought were at least worthy of calling out and thinking about. And all of this is without even mentioning the stuff that's happening around Security Breach.
For real.
Have you seen the new images coming out of their secret
Yeah,
website?
they had a new one today.
Still early
Check it
days to
out.
be sure over
I
there,
reacted to
so I
it
didn't want to comment
after
on
this
it
video.
yet, but you can bet that we're starting to get close to the actual release of a game in this game franchise. FNAF season is upon us yet again.
It
and
is.
Finally, I'll have a game to talk about rather than more books. So stay safe and watch out for any misfiring animatronics tied to security databases. In the meantime, remember, it's all just a theory.
A game theory.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching.
You know, we joke about it a lot on the channels, but FNAF really has taken over.
All right. Yeah, that's a sponsorship. So yeah, guys, that was Game Theory, 3 new FNAF timeline theories, and let me know in the comments below if you guys, what theory you guys agree with. What do you think is interesting about this video? Let me know, and let me know. I think the William Afton's a stepfather is a really interesting theory, and a mind fuck, a definite mind fuck. If that's how it is, because I mean, like, yeah. Not even interested in your own kids and interested in other people's kids because they'd help out your projects more, Remnant and all that stuff. Yeah, that sounds like some petty crap William Afton would do, and it would just make sense why the fucking FNAF 4 kids only seeing animatronics. He could be seeing any nighttime demon, like the monster in your closet. Why is that specifically Foxy? Why can't that actually be like a, I don't know, a fuzzy Monsters Inc. Sully looking ass monster? You know, like that type of thing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Hit the like button, turn on all notifications, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.